Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
All right, let's move to a little Bayou Time Sports. How about those LSU Tigers? They are heading to the World Series again. It's been a while since we've been there, but what a series. What a super regional. And you can remember I had an interview with Gavin Dugas right before the super regional. His confidence is starting to soar. He had a home run in one of the games in the super regional. He scored several times in that, but the bats came alive for LSU. Well, now listen in to some of the highlights that took place. LSU is going back to the College World Series.
And he sends a shot towards a gap in left center field. It is gone! Home run, Trey Morgan. And with all the damage doers at the top of the LSU board.
That's sometimes what happens, right? You take a breath, you get...
Dude can hit it a mile, and he just did. Second jack for LSU all the way out of the ballpark. 3-0 Tigers. Tommy Tanks with his 21st allows Tanks to do damage.
You talk about a tank, too. He just goes down and sticks his nose on his two.
And he torches this one deep into right field.
To fix the problem with his cornea?
I guess the problem's fixed as he launches this one to left center, and that one's gone. Home run number 4 of the night for LSU.
Yes, I would say, Tommy, that he's seeing it pretty well right now. Had 2 base hits in the final game of the Baton Rouge Regional.
And he does damage with this swing. Another jack for the Tigers. That is the 9-hole hitter that nearly hit that one right through the bleachers.
Damage he did. LSU now with 5 long balls. And look, it is 1 through 9 with this offense. There's not a break in it.
Sharply hit to the left side. Cruz around third. He'll be waved home. The throw from... And that one was behind Jobert and got him in the heel. And it'll force in a run. And that one gets all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch will bring another run home.
How about the Horned Frogs?
And this ball's golfed to left field. Waldschmidt won't quite get there. 2 runs will score. Jordan Thompson stops at first with a long single. Oh. Whoa! Way out of here over the scoreboard. Tommy Tanks has done it for the 2nd time tonight. Yeah, what that guy just said.
My goodness.
Saw beat NC State 21-2 in their first game of the Super. This one through the right side. 3-hit game for Thompson. Shift is on 2-2. And Cruz muscles it to center. Sac fly will bring home Jordan Thompson. It's nothing that Kentucky didn't think they'd have to deal with. Little squibber. And that will end it. We're at 6'3", 220. And he launches this one deep to right field. And Gray puts Kentucky on the board here in the first inning. Well, once again, most of the home runs Floyd has given up this season have been on the fastball, and that was as well.
Boy, I love that swing by Jackson Gray because he saw that first break in the count.
2-1 is rocketed to the right side and snared to second for 1. Pitcher covering, and that's all they'll get. But what a job by Hunter Gillum to find that one. LSU has tied it on the RBI ground out by Cruz.
Hunter Gillum made the All-SEC defensive team.
0-2. Wanted it high, and Beloso sends it high and deep to right center. Gone! 3-run jack for Beloso. LSU has its first lead of the night.
Cade Beloso trying to go up. This ball never got to the elevation it was supposed to be until it landed by Cade Beloso. That's where he wanted to hit that ball, and he hit it a ton. A weaver.
Chopped into the dirt. Chance for Kentucky to get out of it. Tough play by Felker, and he is late.
The pitching staff that they have.
Burks tags this one deep to center field. Cruz on a dead sprint into the shadows. It's gone. Second home run of the game for Kentucky, and it comes from Devin Burks, his 9th of the year.
Well, that's how you...
And it's hammered to left field. This will get 2 home. Cruz on his horse, and he will stroll into second to extend this LSU lead. in what is likely his final home at bat. Dylan Crow's future first-round pick delivers.
Yeah, and I'm shocked again that they decided to pitch him. I know Tommy White's got a ton of RBIs and he's driven in.
Ground ball to third. Tommy White's got it. LSU is headed back to Omaha. Perhaps the most talented team in college baseball will have a chance to play for their 7th national championship.
We'll be right back with comments from Coach Jay Johnson and the players. It's all next on Bayou Time Sports. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
So proud of this team. Coming here was a big move personally and professionally, and just had a vision of what tonight would look like. And you know, I wanted these guys to experience that so bad. And this is about the players, and whether it's culture, team, buy-in, connectedness, whether it's baseball, there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put in the bucket over the 700 whatever days we've been here, and they're champions, and really excited to go to Omaha and chase a national championship with them. And if they are in character, we're gonna have a great chance to do that.
Can you, I guess, address your relief pitching, how it has progressed during the year after all the injuries and down the stretch, and particularly in this tournament, how it came together, and tonight when it really held the rope?
Yeah, I think you know, we definitely had some challenges with you know, Grant going down the Friday before the season, with Chase and Garrett going down, and they were pitching as good as you could. I mean, they were two of the best relievers in the SEC through 3 weekends. You know, we just kind of stayed at it. You know, I think the Mississippi State Sunday game, you know, that was tough. But if you look from that point forward, McNeese on Tuesday, Georgia series, the SEC tournament, regional, super regional, I'd say it's been a strength of this team. And I never really doubted the talent. I think, you know, we just needed to help them get lined up a little bit better mentally. I think the two things that we really focused on were making sure that they were ready to get the first hitter out when they come in the game. Like, we're bringing you in to get that guy out to start with. And then when something goes wrong, just to be able to reset and get to the next pitch. And, you know, the two guys that pitched tonight, they've pitched tonight because they're winners. I mean, it's no accident that Big Boy has been to Omaha twice, you know, and has pitched there and helped us get there twice. I mean, I think it's the second super regional win for him. And with Gavin, man, that dude he's something else. he has got it. And I was joking the other day, but like after the news with Westbrook, after we won the regional, popped his head in my office and said, "Hey, coach, it doesn't matter who's calling a pitch. I'm gonna strike everybody out anyways. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow." And take some kind of confidence to do that. But those guys are special, and you know, great performances all the way through for the bullpen down the stretch.
Right in the front, Coach.
Coach, I'm sure you were asked this 2 years ago when you took this job, but with some perspective, how did President Tate and Coach and Athletic Director Woodward just sort of pitch this job to you, and just like what does it mean now to be in the College World Series 2 years after that?
Yeah, it means a lot. You know, it started right after kind of heartbreak of losing in the College World Series. I mean, the opening game in 2021, I mean, we had the lead against Kumar Rocker and Vanderbilt late, And we'd played great that night. And it was a tough loss in extra innings, and then got eliminated by Stanford. And then they approached me and said, hey, what do you think about this? And probably wouldn't have gone anywhere else, but the gentleman sitting back there, Coach Bertman, made this the place. And I thought, wow, this is a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-career opportunity and dream come true, to be a part of this, with him and all his great players, and Ben McDonald and Todd Walker and all the great assistant coaches. I mean, I grew up, I'm 12 years old, I had an LSU baseball hat on in Northern California, and watching the purple jerseys run around Omaha all the time. And so to get to coach this team in the College World Series is, I'd have a hard time putting that into words, but it's pretty special.
Right in the front here, Coach.
Gavin Guidry, I mean, you had two guys rolling up in the bullpen. I was wondering, what went into the decision to leave him in for that ninth inning?
Yeah, I mean, it got hard because in a good way, the top of the ninth was like 45 minutes long. You have to account for everything. And we were we have first and goal on the 5-yard line. We're winning tonight. No doubt about it, in my mind. But the way they just weren't getting swings on them, whether it was right or left, and the breaking ball. And then once we scored, I felt like we had some margin for error. And so you put him back out there. I mean, the moment obviously wasn't too big for him. As Coach Bertman talks about, he's past the pressure barrier. For me, the situation never becomes bigger than just him executing his plan. And so we did that, and it allowed us to leave Nate and Thatcher down there. So if you look at if something had really gone wrong, you got Thatcher, you got Nate, you got Javen Coleman for tomorrow. In our offense, I think we would have been okay. And so all of that kind of played into running him out there for the last inning.
Back right, Coach.
Coach Johnson, you shared a moment with Ty Floyd after this game tonight. What was that moment like for you?
I'm so proud of him. There was a point last year, and I know exactly when it was, and he was struggling a little bit because this guy's talented, and we needed him to believe in himself, kind of equating to his talent. And so I just brought him in and just said, you're going to pitch, and you're going to pitch a lot, and we're going to take the reins off, and I just want you to go for it. And he did. He finished the year great for us. He beat Hurston Waldrop in the regional, and that guy's pretty good last year. And then I asked him to come out of the pen early this year because of the injuries thing, and may not seem like a big deal now, but first Sunday of the year, he closed 3 innings. And then against Kansas State, who ended up being a good team, closed. And it became evident, we need to just put you to Saturday, and we need to go for it. And because Paul has been so out of this world good, I think people have really missed how good a season Ty Floyd has had. And I think about a lot of coaches' teams. There was that big name Friday guy, but there was always a guy on Saturday that was 10-1. You know what I mean? And that's what he's been for us. And I could have left him out there. I had a good feeling about Riley, where we were at in the lineup, not letting him see Ty the third time through. But yeah, I'm so proud of him. And, I thought today was a good outing.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Tonight was y'all's longest scoreless streak by relievers in an SEC game this year against SEC team. Can you talk about y'all coming up clutch like that in that situation? You had to shut them down?
It felt great to do, and if we had a crutch all year, it'd be the bullpen, and it was just good to show that that's not our crutch and that we can hold our own.
Okay, back right over here, guys.
Chessa Boucher with WVLA here in Baton Rouge. Cade, your last AB at the box. I mean, not your last, but your last in the box, and you hit a 3-run bomb. What did it mean to you to go out like that?
I mean, it means everything. You know, I was just so happy we won the game today, and you know, in that at bat, I was just trying to hit a fly ball to center field, and you know, ended up getting a good pitch over the heart of the plate, and you know, put a good swing on it, and you know, that gave us a lead, and that's what I was really excited about. You know, anytime you have momentum in postseason is huge, and it was on our side after that, and that's what I was really excited about.
Okay, fall left over here, guys.
Dylan, it seemed to everyone watching you in the 9th inning, the bases loaded in the 10th game, that you'd come up and it would be a situation like that. What did it seem like to you after all the walks and everything, and knowing your team needed a really big hit at that time to try to put away a scrappy team like Kentucky?
Yeah, I was just trying to, you know, really control myself during that AB. You know, there's a lot of emotions and a lot of things going on in that type of, you know, situation. So, you know, throughout my training, with our mental coaches here, and Coach Jay's really helped me out with this too, just really controlling myself, controlling my breath really. And, you know, I was just trying to get a good pitch to hit going up there. You know, I walked, I think, 4 times previously. So just really just trying to get something good to hit, not trying to expand. And I was able to do that and score 2 runs for the team. So it was awesome, you know, just really passing it on to the next guy. It was good.
Okay, guys, right in the front here.
Dylan, you expressed to me on the field that you were nervous in that at-bat. Have you ever been nervous here at all?
Yeah, I mean, I have before. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous for every at-bat, really, you know. You know, it's just through all my training, really, like I said, I was really just able to control myself and control my breathing. And, you know, it didn't make it any better when my walk-up song was playing. So, but it was fun. It was awesome. And it was good. Yeah, I think, you know, a spark hit us late in this year, which is a great timing, and you know, we're just gotta keep moving forward with this momentum we have.
Far left front.
Yeah, I guess kind of building on that, just for Riley, can maybe speak for the pitchers, and then Dylan maybe for the position guys. Just, do you guys feel like you're playing at your peak? I mean, it really felt like this weekend, last 2 weeks, you guys have really put together some really solid baseball overall.
I think we are firing on all cylinders right now. Everything's clicking, and I think it's all the hard work we've been doing the whole year, and then it's just finally coming together. Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I think there's just a little spark that hit. You know, when we lost the tournament, you know, we just really got together, and you know, told everybody it's time to go. And you know, I think that we could definitely see the shift in our approaches and our mental approaches. So it's been great. You know, been good.
Dylan, I saw you shared like a really long embrace with Tommy White, who you barely even knew last year. Yeah. So can you talk about how your relationship with him and how that's morphed throughout the season? Yeah, I love Tommy, man. He's awesome. Just a great kid, you know, great kid. One of the best hitters I've ever seen in my entire life, you know, and to come here with all the expectations that he has and had, and you know, to see what he's been doing here at LSU with all, you know, all the fans and all the expectations, like I said. But it's been awesome to see, you know, and you know, he's a guy next year, so we're just all 3 of us are going to pass the torch on to him, and yeah, I'm excited to see what he does in the future. Okay, again in the front.
Yeah, Cade, your last home game, and you start the party with a home run. You talk about that hit. I think it was an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, it was an 0-2 heater right down the middle, and you know, that guy was doing a really good job of, you know, sinking and run the ball away from lefties, and you know, finally got one that I could stay behind and you know, just put a good swing on. And I don't know what really happened after that. I'd be lying to you if I told you I remember. I kind of blacked out. So once I saw the ball go over the fence, I kind of just blacked out.
Right here in the front, please. We need a mic right here in the blue.
Dylan, when interviewing Skeens, he said that you were one of the reasons why he came to LSU. What are your thoughts on Paul and, you know, just that statement?
Yeah, he's the best pitcher I've ever seen in my life. You know, to see what he's been doing here at LSU, it's been remarkable. You know, I don't think that kid should be here. I think he should be pitching for a major league team right now. You know, I've learned so much from that guy. You know, just a mental approach, how he carries himself every day. You know, it's been awesome to play alongside of him, and I'm really excited and very proud of him, and just really looking forward to see what he does in the future. It's gonna be awesome for him.
Riley, you came in as a transfer last year, and there were a bunch more transfers this year. What is it about this team that is able to make those transfers like you feel at home?
I know for me, right when I got here, I felt welcomed and felt at home, and the others, I'm sure, feel that way too. And I think that's just what we're able to do, and help us win.
Front left.
Yeah, I mean, Riley, you're probably in a pretty unique position here, of being one of the only guys who's made this trip and made it with Coach. Just, I guess, what do you tell the guys in the next couple of days about what to expect, and just from that experience you had a couple of years ago?
It's still just baseball, 9 innings, and just a game at a time, and don't look too far ahead.
Anything else for the student athletes? One more in the front here.
Dylan, this entire season, your coach has had the mentality of one game at a time leading up to this moment right now. Do you say that that's what's gotten to this moment right here, right now?
Yeah, for sure. That's been our motto since day one pitch at a time. When you think about it, really, it just kind of breaks down the game in the best way possible, really. You just control the strike zone, control, the offensive line in baseball. Good things will happen at the end of the day, and I think what we're doing right now is very, very good and very special, and it's going to carry it forward in Omaha.
There you have it. We're going to continue to follow Gavin Dugas and those LSU Tigers as they make their way to Omaha for the College World Series. Congratulations, LSU, who now has that big part of our Houma native, Gavin Dugas. We're going to continue to follow them through the World Series.